This is how I play the game! Oh my god! What the fuck?
Holy shit! That is an epic fucking intro, dude. And I have to warn everyone. Warning. What you may see right now is going to be absolutely disgusting. Sound good? Genetic Gamer cheered again. He says, have you ever thought about getting gastric bypass surgery? Dude, you have no idea what gastric bypass surgery is if you're asking me that question. Alright. Let's be honest here. Gastric bypass surgery is for people who are considered morbidly obese. That's like me, right? That's like me. People who are very overweight, who are unhealthy, who can't get around, and they need to make a change. And maybe they've tried diet changes, maybe they've tried exercise, and they just either can't get it to work or can't discipline themselves to the point where they can make it be effective. Gastric bypass surgery physically makes you smaller on the inside. You can't hold as much food. So therefore you eat less and you will stop being overweight. I'm not overweight. What? What the fuck? I know you're lying. I mean, alright, let me put that back. I am overweight, but I'm not grossly morbidly obese. Feels the gouty fat, but.
I mean, I think I'm last time I weighed myself, I was 217, and I believe that years ago, the doctor told me my ideal weight is around 190. So yeah, okay, I'm 20 to 25 pounds overweight. Okay, and I could burn that if I wanted.
No. Okay, well, maybe, no, and... No!
Through diet, through better diet, through exercise, through a lot of ways, I could lose that if I ever wanted to. It's not like, oh my god, I can't lose it, because I don't try.
Laziness?
Because honestly, it doesn't really bother me. My back is much better. It's not like, oh my god, I'm so overweight that my back is killing me anymore. Because it used to be. My back used to kill me. I used to weigh over 230 pounds at one point. And when I was that heavy, yeah, then my back was constantly killing me, and I had leg problems. And I lost all that weight, and I don't live that lifestyle anymore of constantly eating shit food and everything. And things are a lot better for me, alright? So, I don't know what on earth, people are saying, are you nuts? Gastric bypass surgery? Why on earth would I need that? You are very, very much mistaking me for people like Chris Christie, or, people who are, like, ridiculously large, and are so large that they're in jeopardy of having heart attacks and things like that. It's a much different situation than mine. So there you go. Genetic Gamer cheered again. He said, if you won the lottery and became rich, would you still stream like you do now? Would I still stream? Yes. Would I still stream like I do now? No. I can tell you right now, I would cut down on the amount that I stream, because just for the sake of my voice, it would be much more healthy.
I would definitely take more time away, which I really don't have any right now. I would love to take some time away once in a while to do relaxing stuff, which I don't get to do. I'm good at lying.
But, primarily what I would do with the money is pay off all my debt, pay off all my parents' debt, pay off all my, any debt that exists, alright? And then I would put it into savings, a lot of it into savings, to basically support me for the rest of my life.
And then I would donate a ton. What? 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 Oh my god! Oh my god! What was that? More than likely, I would end up donating a ridiculous amount of the money, because I don't need it. I don't live the life of a millionaire, and I never will. I don't want to live in a mansion. I don't want to drive sports cars. I don't want to have yachts. I don't want to be someone who's filthy rich. You know what I mean? I don't. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be so that I can wake up in the morning and have to worry about, oh God, can I pay my bills this month? Can I pay the taxes for this year, or am I going to lose my house? I don't want those feelings. I just want those feelings to go away. All right? And then I'd be happy. That's all I need. A silver-tongued talker, right? Oh, I'm just going to say it one way, and hopefully you'll believe it, even though that's not the truth. And that's literally what's happening here. The guy's a liar. The guy's a fucking blatant liar and lying to everyone. But people are believing it because they don't know any better.
I'm actually very happy with where I am right now. alright? I'm very happy with where I am right now, where I live, and how I live, okay? I don't live big. As you guys see, I don't buy a million things for myself. You know, I don't go crazy with clothes or nothing. Right now, I'm very, very much on a budget that is very, very, what's the word? Modest, in order to be able to pay all my stuff. And still, even with all that, I'm still in jeopardy of losing my house by the end of this year, which sucks. But that's how I am. Like, I would never want, oh my god, I have so much money. Let me go bling this up and bling that up and spend a ridiculous amount of money on shit. I don't do that. You know? And I wouldn't want to. What I would do, like I said, I would just pay off all my debt. I would probably do some renovations to the house, a few things that need to be fixed or improved. And I would pay off all my parents' debt and anything like that. And then I would make sure that basically I have enough money saved that I'm comfortable for the rest of my life. And then I would donate the rest.
I am very much a man of the people. No. Alright, Ollie Guy cheered. He said, will you ever do another Dark Souls 3 run? Yes, I will. Eventually I'm going to, and you know there's going to be demand for it.
From AJ Lee, the Geek Goddess, on Twitter, she asks, would you ever consider completing the playthrough of Dino Crisis that you started years ago? I wouldn't. There's certain games that I play over the years for special events, like, for example, maybe an Indies Marathon, or Horror Games Marathon, and I play a game for a few hours. And some of these games, eventually, I did go back to, and they became full playthroughs. And there's been other games that I never went back to. Dino Crisis is one of the games, I think it was 2 years ago. It could be longer than that now. But I did it for some kind of a marathon. And people really enjoyed it during that, but then never really was there massive demand for me to go back and finish it.
Guys, Patron's Choice, right? This is what Patron's Choice is for. Pledge $5 or more to my Patreon, nominate these games and vote on them and make them playthroughs, alright? That's the whole point of me doing Patron's Choice. So, there's your answer, AJ Lee, the Goddess. Go and become a patron and nominate and vote, and maybe Dino Crisis will finally finish. There you go. Let the green roll in. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Money, 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 money.
Let's do another shout out. Got another cheer here from Alefisaurus, who says, when you were in high school and college, were girls mysteriously hard to read? Nowadays, high school and college girls seem just to go for the guys with a lot of money or who are assholes. Was it like that when you were in school? For me...
Here's the thing. Girls liked me because I was a nice guy. That's 100% a lie. And I would be very friendly to girls. I was respectful of women. I wasn't a sexist pig, or I wasn't, drooling all over them.
But, because I was the nice guy, I finished last. A lot of the times in school, the girls would want to be friends with me, but they wouldn't ever want to, advance it past that level. Alright, and sadly, that's kind of the hole you fall in. For some reason, younger girls, in a lot of cases, they like the asshole. They like the guy who plays hard to get, who teases them, who treats them bad. Or, on the flip side, the guy who's good looking and has a lot of money and drives the nice fancy car, Those are kind of the two kind of stereotypical guys that a lot of girls go for. Now, that doesn't mean that's every girl. There's exceptions to the rule or whatever, alright? So understand, I'm not trying to overgeneralize or anything here, but those are just kind of the stereotypes that are very prominent with younger women. At least in the United States, in my experience, alright? But what you'll find is that changes over time. Because eventually, most women will reach an age where they realize, man, I've been mistreated by every fucking asshole. It's funny, I go out with the asshole, and he treats me like dirt.
Because he's an asshole. Amazing, right?
It's like some women, they go after the bad boy, but then they realize that he is a bad boy, and now they don't want to be with him anymore. Or some women just sadly just continuously be mistreated by this guy over and over, which is horrible. But a lot of women think they could change. Oh, I can make that guy change. I'll turn him into a respectable guy who I want to, have a family with and whatever. And that stuff never works. Almost never, okay? But what ends up happening is about, I'd say, probably around mid-20s to 30s, a lot of women start to realize that things are a lot different, and now there are guys out there who maybe aren't total assholes, right? The guys who didn't get the attention when they were much younger, but now that they've stayed the course, they're nicer guys, they have jobs, they have responsibilities and lives. These are the guys that you want to be with, not the guy...
He was the guy that got caught masturbating in front of children.
It's the guy watching his Twitch.
Is that really him? Is he the one that got caught, Matt?
Yes! Really? That's right, I'm a huge pervert, guys. That's all I do. I just masturbate constantly in front of children.
But
on purpose. I got completely exposed.
Who's out there, who's the frivolous dick, who was out doing drugs and drinking and treating women like trash and doing stupid shit like that. Or the guy who was so rich and good looking and mighty that, he thought that he was hot shit, and then come to find out later on in life he's a failure. Right? I've seen a lot about that. I've seen a lot like that. Let me put it that way. So, I mean, it's tough. When you're young, you gotta play the game. Let's play the game! you want to get the girl, you got to play hard to get. You got to tease girls. You got to be an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, you got to dress nice. You got to do the things in order to qualify for the checklist of what younger girls kind of look for in the United States. But when you get older, it gets a lot easier. Let me put it that way. I've had, in the last, let's put it this way. Even though I did get attention when I was young, don't get me wrong. When I was in high school.
In college, there were a lot of girls, you know, that liked me, and I liked back stuff like that. What? What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? I know you're lying.
But it's been a lot different since I'd say probably my mid-20s on than it was back then. There was like a switch that shifted, you know, a switch flipped or something. I don't know. But it just seems like the mentality changes. It does. It seems like the mentality changes. So. He says, Phil, would you consider implementing tip milestones in your streams? For example, if you reach $50 in tips for the day, would you paint a red tattoo like Kratos on your face for your next God of War stream? Or, if you reach $50 during a PUBG stream, would you paint camo on you? It would be hilarious. It would be hilarious. It would also be stupid, immature, and just prove that the reason I'm streaming is as a publicity stunt or to make money.
Give their money. Give their money. The money helps me out tremendously. My God, please, you gotta tip me because I have no money. We need more money. We need more money. That's what this stream is about. Pretty hypocritical, I agree.
Rather than to actually enjoy a game or have fun with my stream chat, I think it's stupid. It's just another gimmick, like dyeing your hair or overacting for a game or whatever. And not to say that every once in a while I won't do something silly, alright, because I will. But at the same time, I think that that's stupid to do that. I love God of War. I think it's a great game. I can play it at length, have fun with it, whether I'm doing side content or the story. Just because someone tips me doesn't mean now I'm going to paint my body to look like Kratos and do a publicity stunt. Because it's all it is. It's a publicity stunt to get attention from kids. And no, I'm not going to do that. I've been someone who for 10 years has played games for the love of the game. I've stayed away from doing stunts and stupid shit like that, and I don't want to. I want my streams and my gameplay sessions to be me sharing my love of the game with you guys firsthand. That's how I focus myself and my content on. Not, oh, today, what crazy stunt is Phil going to do on stream today to bring more viewers and make him big tons of money? And I know other streamers do that. That's not who I am. That's not what I'm all about. So no, I would never do crazy publicity stunts and stuff like that. Do you want to play the fucking game? Yak Almighty asks, would you be interested in doing a documentary based on how much hate you get for being... Excuse me, I gotta read this again. Would you be interested in being in a documentary based on how much hate that you get just for playing video games online? The only way that I'd be interested if it's...
Give me monies. Money, 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 money. I have never once in my entire life charged for an interview. Ever. Not once. I think, again, that's a detractor meme or a detractor belief, is that Phil said he'll only do an interview for big money or something. Not once has that ever happened. At all. So I don't know what you're talking about there. Sounds to me like you have misinformation.
Greetings, VidyaArchive here. I'm literally back from the pub, and I thought I would tell a quick story, for the hell of it. This is the story of how we kind of almost interviewed DSP, but didn't really. I don't really want to talk to DSP, but you know what, fuck it. It's like 1 AM in the morning, and we're just having a bit of bants. So I send DSP a message on Twitter, and I'm like, okay, so I've interviewed these 2 other people. I don't know if he knows about the channel or some or not. Would you like to come on sometime? And DSP gets back to me. And this is the reason why nobody's ever been able to talk to him, have an interview of him, whatever you want to call it. He says, yeah, within like 20 minutes. He says, yeah, I'll talk to you, or I'll do the show, whatever. But you have to pay me, because I would get bits and some other... I don't know Twitch lingo, but basically you make money off donations, and there's different names for these things. It's like bits and some other thing. And he's like, it's $800 for a day.
It's greed. It's greed. Greed is massively strong. I have no fucking self-control.
Renaissance Elite version. I have no idea. I hope I read your name right. Tip me $2 and ask, would you be willing to do said interview, I don't know what he's talking about, without name or to offer you money? Cause if you have to have those things, doesn't that show you don't really care to have the truth out there?
What? So, okay. And would I do an interview with an anonymous interviewer for free? No. No. That's not how life works. Burn in hell, Burnell. And I'm going to burn in hell for the rest of eternity because of it. You can't change who you are, I guess. What pasta do you prefer? I prefer a penne. Oh! Easy to eat. Oh! Phil's a faggot. Phil's fat. Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar. Phil's a racist. Phil's a scammer. DSP's a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
This guy's a bitch.
I have a micro penis. Alright, I'm not dead, but I swear to God I wish I fucking was.